I don't believe it. Guys, a new map on Thursday for free. I'm speechless for once in my life. No, but for real, that trailer was very good and it definitely got me hyped. I mean, there's no doubt that the DICE video team, some of the trailers, the sounds, the visuals, it really gets you going. But anyway, that was the trailer for the new map. It's coming out May 30th, Mercury. It's about the battle that took place in Greece in 1941. And I think we got a pretty good look at it there. We got a good idea of how it's going to play. I mean, there's a lot of new assets there from what I could tell, that's great. Because usually with a lot of new maps in various games, tons of assets are reused. And yeah, there are probably some in there, but it feels new and it feels fresh. And I love how saturated and colourful everything is. You know, you've got the clear water. You've got these beautiful Greek buildings that will unfortunately be destroyed. But what did you guys think of the trailer, man? I mean, it's done it for me, certainly, and just a few more days really before we can get to play it. So alongside the trailer, there was a ton of information released about this map, and on first impressions, it looks like quite a linear map to me, where you've got these maybe 3 or 4 different levels of verticality that go all along the coast, so it seems that way from the trailer anyway. But as I said, it's based on the events of Operation Mercury, and that took place in 1941, and it will let you deploy on the coast of Crete, where the British will take on the invading German forces. And gameplay wise, it is all about verticality, all out war and asymmetrical vehicle forces. So the British troops have got tanks and only a small number of planes, while the Germans will control the skies. So there's an interesting asymmetric balance there between air and ground. Will it be annoying as hell if you're on the ground and constantly being bombed all the time? Maybe, I suppose it depends how many bombers are available. But I like the idea of asymmetric. Obviously I haven't played this yet, so I've got no actual hands-on experience with it. No naval warfare in this map, as good as the water looks. We've got infantry, aircraft and vehicles, and the size of this map is medium to large, 64 players with a moderate to fast tempo. DICE said that Mercury caters for many different playstyles, and it's built to be a proper all-out war map where players will be pushing with tanks, holding out for air support or desperately defending flag positions. And they also note that it's kind of got shades of 3 classic maps from the older titles. Guadalcanal from BF 1942, amazing map. Altai Range from BF4, not so amazing. And BF1's Monte Grappa. I quite like Monte Grappa, so there it is. But due to the size and the verticality of the map, the tempo and the pace is going to vary a bit. So you've got to find holes in the defences of the enemy to flank or engage in a hot firefight. Plenty of engagement distances here for SMGs, shotguns. Well, of course, support players, recon players can kind of sit back and snipe with the boys AT rifle. Hey, which it looked like one-shot a staghound in the trailer. I don't think that's possible in the game, but maybe they ramped up the damage or something. You don't know what health the staghound was on either. So there are 5 capture points on this map, and they cover olive groves, state-of-the-art radar towers, and everything in between. So we're going to take a look at all the different capture points now. So capture point A is the Cove, and this flag is a quiet beach near a crashed Axis transport plane. I think we get to see that at the start of the trailer. Rocky cliffs surround the area, protecting it from long-range attacks and creating very vertical engagements between the players on the beach and those on the rocks above. Capture point B is called Paulo's house, and the now abandoned home of a wealthy farmer with grounds sitting above old olive tree groves, offering a stunning view of the Aegean Sea. The walls and gates provide poor protection from bullets and explosives, but fortifications can be built to repurpose that space. So maybe capture point B has a ton of fortifications surrounding it that if you're so inclined, you can build. Capture point C is the radar site, and these are twin radar installations along with a tall communications tower. And they say that these are the latest expression of military might that the war has brought to the island. A large sprawling capture area encompasses both radars and a nearby building, with fortifications providing covered movement and firing positions. It feels like, as with most BF maps, capture point C will be the main point of contention here, especially seeing as they say it's got a very large capture area. Capture point D is the village. This house sits on the edge of a village in a quiet town square. White walls surround the plot of land, offering some cover from incoming fire, which will certainly come from the radar sites above, the hills behind, and from windows in the nearby house. They're definitely emphasizing the verticality here. It feels like this is going to be a 360-degree map where you've always got to be on your toes and looking out for targets above and below you as well as on your level. And finally, Capture Point E is the marina, where local fishermen worked before the war. And there's a quiet cafe there. You pick up yourself a vanilla latte or a mocha choca frappuccino, if that's even a real thing, and it offers respite after a long day on the water. The open capture area here will allow for tanks to resupply, but the surrounding houses and hills are perfect spots for enemy infantry. So that's the 5 points covered. And finally, there's a few tips here too, straight from the developers. They say stay alert in a map as vertical as Mercury. Attacks can come from unexpected directions and there are many flanking routes to keep an eye on. I wonder if there's any point that you can actually go into the rocks on the side of the cliff. That would be cool. Assist your vehicles. The terrain is treacherous. Help those behind wheels survive through repairs or by taking out enemy assault players. Support your pilots by eliminating AA emplacements or vehicles. So I suppose there's going to be quite a few anti-air positions on this map. There's a lot of Axis planes in the sky. Build fortifications. Mercury's rough and rugged terrain can be unforgiving, but a few sandbags can absorb incoming fire when the chips are down. And finally, flank. Don't get bogged down in head-to-head encounters. Use the beach and the hills to your advantage. And that's pretty much it for the post. I don't think we'll get any more than that until the map actually comes out on Thursday. But I'm excited for this. I mean, it's been 6 months. DICE, please. And I hope that they really continue adding new maps to the game, because if we've got like another couple of months before there's another new map, then rest in peace, I guess. But I think by now DICE have heard the community and they've been working on a lot of maps. And if we look at the post that was made on the BF5 subreddit about this trailer, Part Welsh, who is the Battlefield community manager now, replied to a comment here that Fredo Bandito left, where they said, please tell me there are going to be more 64-player maps coming out with this and we don't have to wait months for more. It's great that we finally get something after over 6 months, but one map isn't going to last long. And he said, EA Play is only a couple of weeks away. I'd watch. So it seems like at EA Play, which is literally next week, we might get some big announcements about BF5 content and what's upcoming, new maps. I hope that DICE are just going to drop a big bomb on us and just go, you guys wanted maps? Well, here's all the maps. Have at it. Obviously Pacific has been teased as well, so maybe we'll get to see a bit more of that. We shall see, my friends, we shall see. But there it is for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching. If you want to see more, subscribe and do hit that notification bell, because that's the only way that you'll get all of the notifications from me every time I post a video. That's just the way YouTube is now. Also, another reminder for you guys, the first of my new t-shirt designs is out and available to purchase now. This is custom artwork that I commissioned and worked on with an artist for a few weeks. It's called the Battlefield Squad of Ages, and it's a love letter to the Battlefield franchise. There's characters, weapons and equipments from all of the titles there. If you're interested in picking one up for yourself, you can go to bit.ly/shopjackfrags. Link is on the screen now and also in the description below. If you do pick one up and you're feeling a bit fruity, tweet me a picture of yourself wearing it. We've got a couple here. This is from Jungly Joel, looking good, and Stevens1300, who picked up the colour on the grey sweatshirt. Very nice, guys. So if you do pick it up, send me a picture, tweet it, and I'll include you in a video. Thanks again for watching, guys. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you didn't, a dislike, and I'll see you in the next one.